So this is my audience for my propositional speech. Caleb.
I'm Kayla, Emily's sister.
Sarah, Emily's other sister.
I'm Sarah, Emily's sister-in-law.
And this is Liam, Emily's nephew.
And that's my audience. So in my previous speech, I mentioned to you guys the problem of animal experimentation and testing. And my feelings expressed on that topic is that it should be put to an end. So here is the chance where we as people can put it to an end and be proactive in finding a solution. So the three main points that framed my speech last time were whether animals have the right to moral individualism, the harmful effects that this has on animals, and whether or not it's actually beneficial. Scientists should find other ways to animal experimentation and testing. My first main point that I would like to restate is the harmful effects that it has on animals. Animals are being poked and prodded, they're being used for different drugs, medicines, and other products that are very harmful to them. It is cruel and inhumane, and it results in very harmful side effects and also can result in some deaths for these animals. It needs to be put to an end because it's not right that their lives are sacrificed all just for product testing. So my next main point as to why I think it should be ended is because that it is not beneficial. There are many people that believe that animal experimentation is beneficial, but it has been proven that it is actually very worthless of scientists' time. So first off, it is super expensive for animals to undergo these tests and experiments. And second off is all the different misleading results that happen. There are many cases that have actually been, they've been done, and the animals in return give back false results that they think is helpful for their different drugs and product testing, and then the humans end up getting harmed because they got false results from these other tests thinking that was safe for humans to use. So it's actually backfiring on us as people. So it's no knowledge gain, it's a waste of time, it's super expensive, it is harmful towards humans. So at the same time where you think that a topic like this doesn't involve you, it really involves all people because, it affects us. Different drugs that they're testing and that we use because they test it on animals, so it's supposedly okay, it can have an effect on us if those results are misleading. So that was why it's not beneficial. And now here is our solution. Scientists must start taking advantage of the different alternatives to animal experimentation and testing. So as stated on the website that I found called Alternatives to Animal Testing, the Alternatives in Research, and that was found on the NEAVS site, I would like to reframe the 3 R's. So the 3 R's advocate for alternatives to animal testing. And the first R is to refine animal use by lessening or eliminating pain or distress in animals or enhancing animal well-being. The second R is to reduce animal use by decreasing the number of animals required for testing while still obtaining the testing objectives. And the third R is to replace animal use with either non-animal methods or a less developed species. So these different alternatives, I found a whole list of them. And I found this on the PETA website. The Alternatives to Animal Testing was the title of it. So as stated in there, the first alternative option is in vitro testing. So what this is scientists use what's called organs on chips. These organs on chips mimic human organs and systems, and they can assess whether or not the drug or a certain product or a certain medicine is safe for humans. And so scientists are still able to come to the results of the safety of a certain drug or product. And a second alternative that I found was computer modeling. This is also called in silico. And And what this is simulates human biology and progression of developing diseases. It predicts how a drug will react in the body, and these quantitative structure activity relationships make estimates on how hazardous the drug will be once it is in the human body. And now more today, you see more companies and even the government actually using this over animal testing because it's so much more beneficial for different tests like this. Another one is human volunteers. So this is when people come in and scientists do what's called microdosing, and it is a one-time dosage, a small dosage to humans, and they monitor how a drug reacts in the human's body, how it behaves in the human body, and can from there see whether or not it is safe for humans. And usually in animal testing, you see rats and cats and monkeys and different animals like that have terrible brain damage from doing a test like this. But because of imaging and recreational technology with humans, it replaces the harms that would in turn be if it was done to these animals. And it also, the computer modeling or the microdosing allows human brain study down to the level of a single neuron, which I thought was pretty interesting. And the last alternative that I found was a human patient simulator. So what this is it's an actual simulator that breathes, bleeds, convulses, talks, and even dies. And it teaches students who are in college, they use it a lot. It is showing them physiology and pharmacology, and it replaces actually the cutting up of animals, which they usually would have tend to do to kind of do studies and whatnot in colleges and different schooling programs. So all these alternatives, like I said, I found on the PETA website, and PETA is a major supporter and funds all these alternatives. And the reason why this solution will work, that is what I'm going to justify now. It first and foremost reduces harms to any animals, and second of all, it still allows scientists to do the research and the experiments and come to the results that they need, and still allows them to undergo experiments. And third off, we are coming up with accurate results from things like these. So, like I stated, scientists should be using alternatives to animal experimentation and testing. Animals don't have a voice, animals can't speak for themselves, but here's where we as people can speak up for them and we can protect them because it's not their fault, it's not fair to them, and so here's the solution where we can take action and actually put an end to animal experimentation and testing. And thank you for your time.